So, China Doll has somewhat addressed what's going on with this whole thing with Dakota and Felicity. Just real quick, supposedly, well, they did. Dakota and Felicity got in a protection order against China. Supposedly, China put hands on Felicity, and this has something to do with, rumor has it, that China was taking their EBT and their disability benefits. Now, you know what? I'm going to play devil's advocate here. They were staying in China Doll's grandmother's house. Where can you stay for free? I mean, of course, they would have to contribute to stay there, right? I mean, and of course, you got to leave them, money for, their personal needs. But whatever. I don't really think China did put her hands on Felicity, but we'll find out. So over on FB, China has finally spoke. She said yesterday, guys, I'm not going to entertain the things being said about me. I don't even understand any of this. I haven't done anything to anyone for anyone to say anything about me. I have so many things going on in my life, I have no time for nonsense, and I realize I've put up with a ton of it. Never would I have thought they'd make up things about me or accuse me of anything. This is out of left field, and I'm completely shocked. The disrespect, I feel, is deep. I mean, she had to expect that this was going to happen. I mean, they did her dirty last time she tried to help them. I mean, they pooped on her floor. And she took them back in. And she took them back in my opinion, for selfish reasons, because she's seen the money to be made. Because, like I keep saying, she was getting millions of views when she's making content with Dakota and Felicity in it. No Dakota, no Felicity, no views. So she took them back for financial gain. And she knows how they are. Everybody that has tried to help them, they shit on them. So, I mean, she thought she was different. And, I believe that these other people in the background here have told Felicity, go say this. Because it's been proven how many times now Felicity will say anything about anyone. Anything you tell her to say, she's going to say it. She doesn't care about any repercussions, consequences, nothing. Then China makes another post very shortly after that one, and she says, these girls think they're so smart. Now, I assume she's referring to Tiffany and Nisha. But they talked two mentally challenged people into making false police reports, which they will get in trouble for. Karma will be so sweet because I can't wait for you to clean up the mess you made. The literal poop emoji you'll be picking up and dealing with won't be fun, but good luck. And then she puts a laughing emoji. They can get in trouble for filing false police reports. Of course they can, but I don't see how she's going to prove that anything was false. I don't understand that. So we shall find out. Now we have, I've got my tablet here if you wonder what I'm looking at. We have, Nisha has also made a post. I believe it was Nisha. Hold on. We're getting there. She says, let's see. Here we go. I know I should have paused, right? I'll never learn. Here we go. She said, uh-oh. Sorry. You can hear it playing in the background. Sorry about that. She says, okay, Tiffany Workman and I are working on replacing their IDs, social security cards, and birth certificates so we can schedule appointments for their mental health and etc. Also, so we can help them find a home. So we can help find them a home. We will not be posting anything other than the help they are receiving and the progress that they are making. They don't need anyone clowning and or making fun of them for their disabilities, and nobody should be doing that. Again, if there's any negative comments, you will be blocked and your comment will be deleted because we're not doing this to make money. Okay, we're not doing this to make money. But notice they said, of course they're going to be posting, the progress they make and the help they're receiving. They'll post that. So you're not going to get paid for those posts? Of course you are. This is an example of people, once again, using them for content and to line their own pockets. And Nisha has been bit before by these people. I mean, they broke her televisions. So, I don't know if they're staying with Nisha or if they're staying with this Tiffany. Either way, Chynna is correct in saying y'all are going to be cleaning up poop because they're probably going to poop on your floor next. And I don't, and I'm sure they would have to have their IDs, and they're receiving EBT. We know that. And, according to rumor, they receive disability payments too. So I would assume, where did their documents go? I would assume but the videos show them going to some place there in West Virginia or wherever they live, and it says documents outside. So they are going to get their documents. And then Felicity is even acting a fool there. Dakota goes in first. Apparently they couldn't go in together or something, because we see this, I believe it was Tiffany, taking Dakota into the building, and Felicity's back here in the car. Pimpy, Pimpy, I love you, Pimpy, hollering at this, a professional place like this where you get your documents, hollering like a fool in the parking lot at Pimpy. I don't know how people put up with these two. I couldn't do it. They're saints compared to me, because I couldn't do it. I couldn't tolerate 1 hour with this Felicity. No way. But let me know what your thoughts are on this whole situation. Do you think Chynna put her hands on Felicity? Do you think that she was entitled to some of their EBT and some of their disability? Just give me your thoughts about the whole situation.